Hi, welcome to Thursday. Thursday is my day off, which is great, which means I can get on with the household things that need to be done. And I first have to say, you can probably tell from the light, it's another stunning day in London. Absolutely beautiful. It's April the 22nd today, I'm not sure, can't remember. And yes, I'm doing household chores. It has been a busy week. It was a busy week at work, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday morning. It was a busy afternoon yesterday because I've started to do a few jobs around the house that I've not done for a long time. And one of those jobs yesterday was clearing out some drawers and organising the drawers. So they've got sections with cardboard and boxes and jars, so I can actually see what's in the drawer rather than it being a jumbled mass of rubbish. And of course, throwing things away that we don't need. But today's task is potting up succulents and cactus. So, jade plant. This is the poor little jade plant. Look what happened. It used to have another branch here, but it kind of rotted and broke off and died. So I was left with this. This half seems okay. There's new growth. I have actually been pinching out the very tips, and it appears to have worked because there's sort of new growth sprouting from the sides of the branches. So that technique does work, which is great. Now, you might already know I don't have a huge amount of experience with succulents. The only thing I've actually repotted was the kalanchoe, which you might have remembered seeing, which is doing fine, but I've got to do the small babies that I did because they're doing well and need to be repotted too. But that's for another day. Today I want to focus on this, and I want to focus on repotting the Christmas cactus. I've got 4, and they've been in the pots that we acquired them in, little plastic pots, but I'm quite sure that they're root bound. And the way in which you can tell that they're root bound is to give the pot a little squeeze, pull it out, and yeah, I don't know whether you can see, but there are roots spiralling around the soil, so that needs to be repotted. And I'm sure the others are going to look the same. Let's have a little check. Little squeeze, gently pull it. Oh, that's definitely root bound. I think the roots are coming through the base. Ooh, I can't get it. Yeah, yes. So, I'm quite sure they're all the same. Now, what I want to do is I want to combine these 3 small ones into one pot. And I've got this terracotta pot, which was from outside, which is why it's got this, I think, rather attractive patina. I've given it a good rinse inside and a scrub with a brush, and I've put some crocks in the base for drainage. So I want to combine those 3 small ones into that one. I want to pot the jade plant into this terracotta pot. Now, it's the only one I could find, but it is damaged. It's going to be indoors, so I don't think that crack is going to increase at all. Again, I'm not cleaning the outside. I love that patina, but I have given the inside a scrub and a rinse. So that's the plan. I'm a little bit nervous about getting this out because I find these jade plants are quite delicate. Whenever I try to clean them, I lose a leaf. You know, one breaks off. So I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to sort of fall apart. I guess I've just got to give it a go, haven't I? And see what happens. I'm using a cacti and succulent potting mix, which I've used before. I used it for the kalanchoe. The kalanchoe seems perfectly happy, so I'm going to use it for this. I haven't got any grit. Paul took my grit and used it at the plot. So I don't have any grit, but this is meant to be good enough. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, the plant that I'm not going to repot just yet is this one. I'm going to take some cuttings from this one, and I've never done that before. And I'm going to put those cuttings into these small pots. Yes, I'm hoping to get 3, I should be able to, out of this one. Let's get on with it, shall we? So, let's start with this. So, the one thing to say about crocks in the base is they help with drainage, and also they help stop the soil from actually falling out of the hole at the bottom, the drainage hole. So I think what I'm going to do first is get this plant out of its pot. I actually bought this from IKEA, and I had it stood in this pot to stop it from falling over. So it's very dry. I'm just going to give it a squeeze. Oh. Okay. I can't really see the roots. I mean, there are roots there. I'm going to try not to disturb it too much. I also want to try and bring it upright a little bit as well, to try and balance it out, and hopefully the terracotta pot will give more stability as well. Let's just pop it, oh no, let's pop it back in there just for the moment. I don't want to break those stems. Like I said before, they always feel so delicate. Right, let's put the soil in here first. So I'm going to sort of line the base. Oh, pigeons outside enjoying their water bath. Well, that's good. Let's see. Okay, so I guess a good sort of inch or so in the bottom. There's quite a lot of grit in this, I can hear it. Now they say you shouldn't pack the soil down with succulents too hard, so I'm going to try and be light. Oh, let's see. See how this is going to work. If I want it to be more upright. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I guess I should just backfill now. Okay, let's just try. So far, so good. Well, that's looking better already, actually. I'm pleased. really delighted with that. It looks so much better. Now, one of the things my research said was to not water it for a few days, to just leave it to settle in. So that's what I'm going to do. You know what? I'm over the moon with that. I need to find a saucer for it to go onto, but I think that looks just so much better. Pleased, very pleased. Great, that job's done. Move that to one side. Right, so I think I'm going to need to fill this quite high and then pop those 3 in. I wonder if I could fit all 4 in. No, I don't think so. No, I think that'll do. So, let's pop them in. Ooh. Now, somebody did say in my research to gently tickle the roots. Being very careful not to damage them. It's very dry. I think that will do. Top them off with grit, but like I say, I don't have any grit, so I can't do that, but I'm hoping that they will be happy in there. There we are. 3 Christmas cactus all together. I think that looks okay. Great, job done. So the final thing to do is to take cuttings from this one. Now apparently you can just pull them off, and they say take 2 or 3 joints. So remove the failed flower buds. There's one. Two. Three. Now, let me get the other compost. Now, I've seen lots of information that has said, oh, you need to cut the cuttings off and then let them dry out and blah, 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 and then pop them in once they've formed a callus. And then I've seen lots of videos saying you can put them straight into potting compost for cactus, blah blah blah. That's what I'm opting for. I'm putting them straight into compost. I'm not going to worry, and I'm just going to see what happens. And it has said to not water them, but to put them in a fairly dim setting until you start to see new growth. And it's said to bury them sort of halfway down the leaf. So I'm just going to literally just push that in like that. we'll see what happens. Is that pushed down? I think so. Let's pop them into their little glass holders. And I'm going to leave them down here, which is where they originally were. They were in this room when they were babies. And see what happens. I'll give them a tiny little bit of water in a few days' time. Great. Lovely. Well, that was a new experience for me. I've never done that before. Not having had, you know, much experience with these things. And I do hope that they survive. Apparently I'm not to water this one either. I've got to let it settle in. Yeah, for a few days. So, there we go. That's it. I need to clear this mess up and get on with my day and do a few more tasks. So thank you very much for watching and joining me this afternoon. So hopefully this has been of interest to you and some use to somebody. And I will give you an update as things progress. So take care. Bye for now.